And I actually believe crypto is a currency of AI. We spoke about earlier how soon enough all of us will have multiple agents, AI agents working for us. They're going to inform us, they're going to support us, they're going to make transactions on our behalf. Yeah. So worldwide, there will be explosion of financial transactions 24/7. The traditional banks, the SWIFT system, cannot support that. So crypto will play a bigger and bigger role in the age of AI.
But at the same time, we're going to digitize currencies very rapidly.
Who knows, maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand them a little crypto check, right? We'll hand them a little Bitcoin and wipe out our $35 trillion.
Give a type of money that can only be spent for a specific number of reasons. And some worry about that state control or whatever. But like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again. Yeah. So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
Sort of forward push by Hong Kong at the moment, a sign that trading and crypto could return to the mainland, which of course would be a huge boost for the market.
That's an interesting question. You know, Hong Kong is always the gateway to the Chinese mainland market. And
you know, like only two countries can lead AI revolution. One is America, one is China.
And as President Trump has directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stable coins to do that.
Well, they want a central bank digital currency, soak everything up from the banks, which they don't like. Then the central bank will have all the money, and they'll, find who to lend it to. And there are various levels of these plans, but that's an idea that's been floating out there for a long time. And central bank digital currencies in some form, maybe stable coins, are coming. If we had stable coins that are treasury backed, it does the same thing.
For foreign issuers to issue into the U.S. unregulated for 3 years, I think that's a really big risk here. It essentially puts U.S. companies that are coming through the front door at a disadvantage. And I was watching earlier this week when Bob Diamond said, look, the mature companies want to be regulated.
Right.
By giving this 3-year exemption for foreign issuers. Yes. Right. It's a really big loophole, ingenious. Part of it is just there's time between enactment and when the act becomes effective. That's 18 months. And then they've built in another 18 months.
Why would we give overseas entities issuers a break that you don't have to meet the same standards that you do if you're doing it from the United States?
It's an important question. I mean, it's something I think a lot of regulators and others have been highlighting as a real important defect.
That's a good.
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together, and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. with triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten. and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And I want to thank you all for the love that was showed yesterday for Carson's birthday. Now, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up slightly. And since we have had that good pullback this Friday, shouldn't be as bad when we have options. But don't forget, we have Fed Jerome Powell in the house. And every word he says, the market is going to hang on it. But we know he's going to say the market is in pretty good shape. And he's going to stay away from rate cut talk. Now we have stocks pulling back again. We have Walmart that reports tomorrow. And we know that's a very good gauge for the consumers. Even though we already know they are hurting. The only thing you have to do is go to the Fed website. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are slightly down. And I can see the bond market being very volatile on Friday due to Jerome Powell in the house. And we have the dollar right now pulling back. We have volume in crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $22 billion yesterday. Make sure you're pulling it on a daily basis during the week. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And again, we got Jerome Powell in the house on Friday. And Jerome Powell told us that the tariffs would definitely affect the consumer in the back half of this year and going forward. Inflation will definitely rise. And don't forget why these tariffs are so important. Because we're going to have mass layoffs and the machines taking over the economy, someone is going to have to pay the people to sit at home. And that's why universal basic income is so important. But you have to get there. Remember, this is a plan. It moves in phases. And then also, that's why these stablecoins are so important. Now we have Feds Bowman says the federal staff should hold small amounts of digital assets to learn the technology. And this message should go out to the whole United States. It doesn't matter whether you're a child or an adult. If we're moving over to a whole new financial system, everybody should be allowed to learn the technology. It's all about education. And what do I always tell you? It's better for you to educate yourself than to allow the government to teach you. Educate your friends, family, and kids. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Spot ETFs are slightly up as I'm doing this video. Now we had Bitcoin Spot ETFs had 523 million in outflows yesterday. Ethereum Spot ETFs saw 430 million in net outflows yesterday. And guys, we know that's like $1 billion in one day flowing out the market. And what does the crypto teacher tell you? Make sure you're paying attention to the inflows and outflows. And if we're getting a big move up or a big move down, it's always the crypto whales. And majority of these cryptos move in lockstep. So we know it's an algorithm. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now getting over into a little crypto news. We have Anthony Scaramucci of Skybridge Capital plans to tokenize $300 million in assets on Avalanche. Also, we have SoFi Technologies partners with Lightspark to integrate Bitcoin Lightning and Universal Money Address and becoming the first U.S. bank to leverage Lightning Network for remittances. And who are the major users in Bitcoin Lightning? That's right, the emerging markets, moving these stable coins at a cheaper price. And blockchain and these stable coins just make payments faster and cheaper. If you're dangling the carrot, and I already don't make a whole lot of money as it is, maybe $5 a day, I'm going to use that technology, even though it may not have the best agenda behind it. Because we know, guys, eventually government money is going to be programmable, where they'll be able to tell you what, when, when, and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Circle launched a gateway on mainnet and enabling a unified USDC balance with instant cross-chain liquidity across 7 major blockchains. And we know why Circle pushes USDC. Now we have Kraken expands its tokenized X stocks to Tron and latest expansion of back partnership. And this is not available in the United States. And it's funny how we have these United States exchanges having products that are not available in the U.S. And we know all stocks are eventually going to be on blockchain and tokenized. So therefore, you can buy a piece of it the same way we do with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the rest of these cryptos. But remember, the U.S. is behind on purpose. The emerging markets are leading the way. And then lastly, we have China is weighing the launch of Yuan-backed stablecoins to expand the global use of its currency. And remember, if we were in fiat, it would be impossible for the yuan to take control over the United States dollar. But because now money is going to be tokenized, going to be digital, they can push a button and create trillions. And when you're looking at the emerging markets, it'll be so easy for them to circulate this money because they have all the population. India and China together is almost 3 billion people. And you take those people from poverty into the middle class and turn them into consumers, you're going to make trillions overnight, and you'll never need the West. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, and he wrote about it a long time ago, because he knew when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the new World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.